Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, double line to the apostles of GMS. This is Amnawa Allah coming at you in another video. And in this video, continuing into Simeon and Levi, Genesis the 49th chapter, continuing this lesson on these two tribes. So let's go, let's begin. Genesis 49:5. Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret. We broke that down. Unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united. Now let's stop right there. Be not thou united. As stated in the last parts, be not thou united in, the soul Santeria and voodoo and the dance and, calling upon those orishas and laws and so on and so forth. Now, the last part, I didn't get much into Santeria because Santeria and voodoo is basically the same thing. They call it, the Haitians call it loas, they call it orishas. It's basically the same thing. What I'm going to do a separate lesson on that, going to Santeria more because I don't want to get too much on that. I don't want to go too much into that. The show would be like extra long. I already feel like I probably did too many parts anyway. But then again, not really because I got all of the information out there. But I'm going to do a separate video on that, so look out for that. So it says, be not thou united. That's talking about Simeon and Levi, where Simeon is talking about the so-called Dominicans and Levi is talking about the so-called Haitians, talking about be not thou united. Now, why is it saying be not thou united? Let's continue the verse. For in their anger they slew a man, and their self-will they dig down the wall. That's not just talking about when they slaughtered those Hamites. But this is also going into be not thou united in what aspect? Overall, culturally, relationship wise, culturally, psychologically. Let me just get into it. So it says be matter of fact, look at the word united. Yahad. Yahad. To join, unite, be joined, be united. To be united, to unite. So ultimately what it means is to unite, to be joined. Don't be joined together. Don't be united together. Why? Let's get into it. Because many things have happened historically that separated the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Many things that happened historically. Okay? So it says, I'm going to go right to the point. Now, this is from a forum, but I had been doing research on this I ran to this website years ago. And I researched everything that's on this site. Okay? Through the spirit to make sure it was all accurate. So it says, all right, in fact, the two countries, talking about this from allempires.com, it says, in fact, the two countries merely coexist on this small island. Conflict arises almost every day between the two governments. These cultural differences may be the root of the long-standing Haitian-Dominican conflict, culminating in the murder of more than 25,000 Haitians in 1937 by the Dominican dictator Rafael Leonidas Trujillo Molinas. What is the explanation of these cultural differences? Now notice, it straight up said cultural differences in the first paragraph and in the beginning of the second paragraph. It says differences. So if there are differences, then it's not being united into one. How did the island of the Taínos called Haiti come to be divided into two countries and inhabited by two peoples of such different cultures? A look at the colonial past of Haiti and the Dominican Republic contains the answer to these questions. Both countries have a colonial background that has made them into what they are today. The division of the island into Haiti and the Dominican Republic is a perfect example of how colonialism and the plantation system shaped the demography, which geography deals with the land. Demography deals with like the movement. Demography is the movement of people from one area to the other. And the psychology that deals with the mind and emotions, your mental. And psychology of the New World, shaping it in ways that eventually led to the perpetual friction, including the Haitian-Dominican conflict of today. So we already have an idea that there's a conflict between these two groups and they aren't united. They're different. Let's keep going. The present day division of the island of Hispaniola is a consequence of the bitter European struggle for control of the New World during the 17th century. When Christopher Columbus discovered, quote unquote, the New World in 1492, he named the island of Haiti where his crew disembarked Hispaniola, Little Spain. That's what Hispaniola means. It means Little Spain. The Spaniards soon established themselves permanently on Hispaniola, building the city of Santo Domingo, from whence they ruled their colonies in the New World. By 1548, however, which is about 56 years later, a little over half a century later. By 1548, however, the Indians were decimated and the reserves of gold in the colony were declining. At about the same time, Hernan Cortez was discovered in Mexico, 1521, and Pizarro, to my Francisco Pizarro, was overrunning Peru, both of which were rich in gold and silver. Santo Domingo then became of less value to Spain, and most Spanish settlers quickly left the island for the richer lands of Mexico and Peru. So what we're seeing now is there are differences between the two. First, I mentioned geography, demography, psychology, and it mentioned that when the Spaniards came, they established themselves permanently on Hispaniola, which they called Little Spain. All right. So we're getting some history here. Let's go to the next paragraph. And I'm writing this paragraph right here. That paragraph right there. But I'm starting right there, right above that line. Then the first French settlers came to Hispaniola and established themselves on the island of Tortuga, Ile de la Tortue, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, de la Tortue, on the northwest coast of present-day Haiti. So they established themselves on the northwest coast of present-day Haiti. So let me get a map real quick. And before I get the map, I want to go right back up real quick to the part where it says Santo Domingo. Bear me 1 second. Seen the word Santo Domingo here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, right here. It says the Spaniards established themselves right there. Yep. It says the Spaniards soon established themselves permanently on Hispaniola, building the city of Santo Domingo, from whence they ruled their colonies in the New World. So we know the Spanish was in Santo Domingo, and then it said when the French came, they was on the island of Tortuga. Let's go to that real quick. Then the first French settlers came to Hispaniola and established themselves on the island of Tortuga. So we know the Spanish was in Santo Domingo, and we know the French was the Tortuga. Let's see if we can get a map on that. Now here's a map, see? Now it says island of Hispaniola after the annexation of Haiti by the Dominican Republic. Right here you see it says Santo Domingo at the bottom side of the map in green, and then the upper side of the map it says La Tortuga. Okay? So we see, and if you know anything about these maps, it says Santo Domingo over here on the left. But see the arrows pointing to Tortuga right here? Let me get a better map. And at one point in time, the whole island was called Santo Domingo at one time. Okay? And if you look at this map here, I'm gonna give you another map and show you that the left side is Haiti and the right side is the right side is Dominican Republic. Here's a map right here. See right here? Tortuga. What side is that on? Haiti. See right here, Santo Domingo. What side is that? The Dominican Republic. So right there from the get-go, we see what? We see one side is Haiti, the other side is Dominican Republic. The French settled on Tortuga, which is Haiti. The Spanish settled in what? Santo Domingo, which is the Dominican Republic. So right there, we're already seeing a difference. We're already seeing the difference right there. We're already seeing how they aren't united by the two nations that colonized each side of the island. Let's go back here. It says the French settlers came to Hispaniola and established themselves on the island of Tortuga, Ile de la Tortue. All right, when you look that up, they say it means Turtle Island. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And it says Ile de la Tortue means the turtle. And if you look at the island, it's like a turtle, right? See, here's another picture. Doesn't that look like a turtle? Look at a picture of a turtle. Right, look at this picture right here, right? And then look at the picture of the island. Don't they look alike? So with that, I'm going to close. And I'm going to see you brothers next time on part 2. I'm going to go deeper into this history. So with that, I'm going to close and say, oh, praise Yahweh, Shem, Shah. I hope brother learned something. Shalom. Shalom.